He stopped them from taking any action against Congress. He saved the Republic. Otherwise, it would have gone into tyranny. They actually abandoned him because of it. When the peace treaty was signed, only 20 soldiers were still standing by his side to celebrate the hard-fought victory. Washington, a man of honor, wept. He went home to Mount Vernon. He went home alone. He just wanted to be a farmer. He went without the love and warmth of his men, just their cold respect. But that was enough. When people came knocking at his door and saying, "George, General, the thing is falling apart here. And now we're almost in anarchy." Washington didn't want to go back to Philadelphia. His response, as serving as the nation's leader, was, "Have I not already given enough for my country?" Well, he finally relented. And then the old crew was back. And they were all back trying to put together faith, hope, and charity, a constitution. And they put it right here, just past anarchy, but not too far down. Washington actually said very little during the convention. His presence is what held the coalition together. There wasn't any arm twisting, there was no bribery, no special deals, no labor unions involved. Imagine that. They did have to make some compromises. Slavery was one of them. They succeeded in creating, out of a varied mess of differing cultures and interests, the greatest nation that has been ever devised. So Washington came. Madison laid out his ideas of a republic, and the states said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We just left this system. We just left," well, it wasn't those guys at the time, but before these guys were known, it was this guy. It was King George. It was King George or Henry VIII or even, Vlad the Impaler. That's what it was. You name it. Oppressive killer governments, just different faces, different tactics, but the same killer oppressive governments. But Madison convinced them. We have the Articles. The Articles are not going to control you here. They don't control anything. We need just a little more powerful central government. But the central government wouldn't impede your right or your state's rights. You still get to be your own state. In fact, to make them feel better in the end, he said, look. We'll come up with 10 things. 10 things we promise as a federal government we will never, ever do. 10. The Bill of Rights. It was a promise to the states from the federal government. We will never, ever do these things. We will never take these rights from you, the states, or you, the people. Now, I tell you all of this because it's a backdrop here of what happened on the show last night. Because, see, if this is Republican and Democrat, we should be here, where our founders put us. Instead, we seem to be moving here, back and forth. And history has been lost. And if it's lost, it's over. We'll repeat it. It's important to understand this. Because if we don't reclaim our own history, if we don't remember the things in our own past, the next generation is going to have to do this history all over again.